Rivers State Governor Fubara Siminalayi has come under the threat of impeachment from the Rivers State's House of Assembly for gross misconduct, which everyone knows is just political speak for, they try, so can't they go. With me here is Hosanna and Kelvin, and you're welcome to the Youth Agenda. So this issue of Fubara and Wike that has been going on for the past couple of years now, it seems that it's starting to heat up because we heard that he got fired. An acting governor got fired. Let's not talk about that one, Sha. And now he has come under the threat of impeachment. How do you see this, Hosanna?
Okay, well, there's only just one way to see this, which is godfatherism. You understand? Because this whole impeachment idea came up, a day after the current minister of the FCT, sorry, excuse me, went on a thank you tour. Thank you. Is it thank you based on thank you that you guys are going to help impeach Fubara? Or thank you? Yes, we need to know now based on what's the thank you for. And now he did not land his PJ in Opopo. He went to Bonny, which was quite close, but did not get to Opopo. And then there was this massive, throughput and rejoicing when he gets to Obio, Akpo, his own local government area. So this impeachment came up when all those 25 stakeholders, state policymakers just came up after he left to Abuja and just came up with, okay, now let's talk about, you said something about misconduct. What in details are the misconduct?
That's actually a question that I was actually thinking about, because this is the first time where we don't necessarily even have proof that this is what the governor did or this is what this person did. We're just like, hey, you did misconduct. So how do you see that, Mr. Kelvin? We are on the verge of impeaching a governor without necessarily any kind of proof. That's the state that is happening in Rivers State right now. How do you see that?
I think this, like what Osi said, this is just a clear case of godfatherism. And also, because with what we had, Fubara said they didn't even receive any notice of impeachment. They just started the impeachment proceedings. So this is just a clear case of politics. And it's quite unfortunate for the people of Rivers State.
Yes.
Because when the governor has to be more concerned about the people, he's now being distracted.
Exactly.
By one godfather somewhere.
Exactly.
In the person of Wike, who is trying to make his government, not conducive for him. So it's just a clear case of we're just being unfortunate, in this country where this godfatherism come to play and affects the government of the day. Especially in this case of Fubara, we can see that from every indication, Fubara is trying in the Rivers State currently.
Yes.
And Wike should have at least focused on his ministerial appointment in Abuja and leave Rivers State alone. Really leave Fubara, alone to focus on his work.
Well, it's always been a strange occurrence that happens, whereby an acting governor leaves seats. We also had that in Edo State as well. When an acting governor leaves his seats and then he's like, no, I still want to have influence over whoever is sitting at the governor's helm right now. But this issue of godfatherism that is happening in all this, particularly in the South, that happens in the South, like, what do we do about this? Because you need to understand that young people are going to be coming and filling these seats eventually. And then we have to be facing godfathers that dictate this and dictate that. How do we navigate these kinds of things? Hosanna?
Well, when you say, how do we navigate? Navigate means like, we are trying to make it soft or trying to make it look like, okay, let's still have godfathers.
I know you want to hit it on the head.
We don't need godfathers because, wait, let's say, why have you left seat and you're still interested in what's going on in the seat? Why don't you just focus on whatever it is you're doing? If you want to mentor somebody that as a godfather, like you said, what should be? We are not saying that we don't need mentors or godfathers or people that can put us on. But I also believe that before you even went into politics or before you go into politics, you must have passed through so many hips and lows, highs and lows. So even if a godfather is doing touch-up, advising, do like this, not trying to cause a mayhem. You understand? So this should be scrapped. I don't know what it is that is going on in the South with godfatherism and no godfatherism, but let's scrap this thing because it's bringing lots of issues. So imagine Fubara just came back he's been abroad.
Yes.
So he just came back. So instead of focusing on the infrastructural things and so many other projects he had scattered around, and the first thing he's coming to hear is that he wants to be impeached. If you were the one, would you want to? You would want to wait and say, okay, yeah, now.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah. But I think this issue is actually not necessarily as much as it's a national issue that everybody should really be looking at. It's something that is endemically important to young people as a whole, because Siminalayi Fubara is a young man, by all indications, and he's facing this level of bombardment from older or mentor people who are supposed to be mentor figures. And like, what do you think young people should take away from this? Like, I'm a young person, I'm aspiring, I have political aspirations, but now I'm seeing somebody who has been able to get to somewhere politically, and I'm seeing the fire that he's facing because he's trying to stand on his own and not follow some kind of godfather. What do you think young people should take away from this, Mr. Kelvin?
I think young people are discouraged. Talking about discouragement, even from my own experience, young people will be discouraged to go into politics. Yes, except they have ulterior motives. Yeah, because when you want to go into politics, you have to be loyal to one godfather, and that godfather will definitely bring his own demands. That okay, if you get to so and so position, you have to be loyal to me. You have to remit so and so stuff to me. Yeah. So, and this thing, in turn stalls the progress of the country, of the nation, right? The nation will never grow, right? Because the godfather wants his own interest to be met before the interest of the nation.
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely, it's quite an unfortunate incident that is happening in this country, and it should be curbed. If only it can be curbed by the presidency. From the which I don't even know how. I don't know how possible is that. Yeah. So, but if only it can be curbed from the presidency, or if only a particular leader or leaders who ascend power through election, if they can stop that godfatherism, if they can nip it at the bud, I think the youth will have a better chance of occupying political positions.
And that's for me is actually the major issue, because I have looked at this. I'll be honest with you, both of you. I'll be very honest. I have looked at this godfatherism situation. I don't see any other way to stop it. Forgive my language. In short of violence, or short of the threat of you know what I'm saying? No, for real. I don't see. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't see any other way other than the fact okay, you're an older man and I'm a younger guy, and we are going to lock heads in a way, this is YouTube. Let's not.
We're going to lock it.
We're going to lock it in a way that we end with somebody kicking the buckets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say. So I feel like that's the only way that this. Do you think that that's the only way we can end godfatherism?
Well, I do not think violence is always the answer. Because I also heard that, was it yesterday, the spokesperson from the presidency told Wike to focus on his ministerial appointments and not whatever is going on in Rivers State. So I feel like if the presidency comes in some more and adds disciplinary body, like when you're done, you're done. In fact, why would you even be done as a senator and the next thing you're aspiring to be is a governor, and then next thing you want to be a president? That's because you don't have a background. That's because power is the only thing. You're quest for no job, no other means of income. You feel like politics is the only thing that can give you that money. You understand? Because of how there's no transparency in the government. So I feel like the presidency has a major take on helping to curb this godfatherism. And also the young people, that this also has to do with us somehow. By the time you're looking for position, you'll be doing yes sir, daddy, mommy. We don't need all of that.
But that's for a young person who's aspiring politically.
Too much.
I know, because it's in our DNA to be respectful.
Yeah.
So when you see an elder trying to give you advice or give you pointers, it's in our DNA to just be like, okay, sir. Yes, sir. But to that point where it's not, as Fubara now, he's in charge of millions of people.
Yeah.
He's in charge of the futures and lives and well-being of so many people. And his vision for the states is different from this elder figure. So now it's causing this friction. And I believe that this issue is not really being talked about as much as it should. Young people are not necessarily indicating interest. And that's why I feel like, don't you think that what should young people do again about this Fubara issue? Because not a lot of people are talking about it.
Yeah.
A governor got fired and we're like, we laughed. We laughed.
You understand?
Now the governor is about to be in chief, we are laughing.
I think the youths have to wake up. Yes, the youths have to wake up, because currently the youths are carried away by what they call cruise. Skits. Every time the youth will just spend most of their time on entertainment, entertain themselves while the country is going, bankrupt. Yes, so the youth should wake up. The youth should be more interested in political matters. The youth should stand up for their rights, right? Yeah, I'm a youth too, so let me just include it. All of us, we should stand up for our rights.
Yeah.
Yes, when we know that something is not right in the government, in the political space, we should stand up and fight against it. As in the case of this Fubara, when he was being sacked or dismissed that time, we should have stood up for that. We should have fight against it. This will also pass a warning to the government and also to any other perceived godfather not to act anyhow.
Ozana, you wanted to say something?
Don't you think, like, we are tired of... But look at what happened in 2020 in October.
You're even going too far. Like, even as recent as the issue that's happening in Ekpoma right now.
Okay,
when people are protesting, we are standing up for our rights. We have been speaking that, we are being kidnapped. And a soldier comes in.
The first thing is your rifle. But what do you expect?
Can imagine.
So,
how can you give a man who is hungry a gun? How can you give a man who doesn't have a gun? What do you think he'll be doing with a gun? Have you gone to the houses of most of these policemen and most of these military men? Have you gone to their houses? Have you seen how they are faring? Have you gone to most of these barracks? What do you think they would do with the gun? They would rob. They would show their vengeance on youth, especially the youth that are enjoying.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I feel as much as we need to stand up for our rights, we also have to take precautions into securing our lives. We have to. We have to make sacrifices, but we are no good to Nigeria if we die.
Yeah.
And that's the message that I have to pass to every single young person listening. You are no good to Nigeria if you die. So as much as you need to stand up for your rights, you need to speak up. You also have to take precautions into saving yourself and securing your lives. So this is the youth agenda.
Actually,
How do we secure our lives?
Because there are other ways. There are many ways to protest. I wouldn't want to start mentioning them here before the government start looking for me. But there are many ways to protest. There are many ways to protest. It doesn't have to be violent. Yes, there are many ways. There are compatible ways to protest. That when you do that, the government will wake up. So I think the youth should be able to be innovative enough to come out to fight for their rights. Yes, there are many ways to do that.
There
are different ways.
I think that works.
All right, this is the youth's agenda. Thank you for tuning in. And, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe to our channel. We have a lot more content coming up. So, thanks for watching. And we'll see you on the next one.